Opening shot shows a female host and a male host sitting side by side in a television studio. Superscripts show all about healthcare voucher. Host April. Host Mike. Host April says, Welcome back to All About Healthcare Voucher. In this episode, we're going to
歡迎大家繼續收睇醫療券全攻略啊！咁今集咧，我哋會
Host April suddenly stops talking as there is a signal from her earphone. She says, Yes? What?
係咩話？
After listened to the signal from her earphone, Host April tells Host Mike, I just received a report from an agent. There is a case of suspected improper use of healthcare voucher.
啱啱咧收到探員匯報啊，發現咧懷疑有不當使用醫療券嘅情況出現。
Host Mike says to the camera, We should take this issue seriously. All right. In this episode, we have Nick to conduct a surprise check for us. Let's see if anyone does not follow the rules.
咁真係要正視呢個問題啦。好，今集咧我哋就請到阿 Nick 同我哋做突擊檢查，睇下咧有冇人唔跟守則先。
The next scene shows a healthcare voucher agent and an old lady in a street. The agent speaks while taking a hidden camera out. Today we have Grandma Chan to form a grandma and grandson undercover team with me to conduct a surprise check.
今日我哋請到陳婆婆同我組成婆孫臥底，一齊做個突擊檢查。
Superscripts show Grandma and grandson undercover team. Grandma Chan. Healthcare voucher agent Nick. Healthcare voucher agent then asks Grandma Chan, Are you ready? Ready. Here we go. Yes.
準備好未啊？準備好，準備好就出發啦！好，
Healthcare voucher agent and Grandma Chan look around the street. The scene changes to a hidden camera angle. Grandma Chan and the agent walk into a Chinese medicine shop. Superscript shows Hidden camera recording. Healthcare voucher agent asked Grandma Chan to sit opposite to a Chinese medicine practitioner there. Be careful. Take a seat. Okay.
小心啊！好，你埋坐低。
好啊。
Chinese medicine practitioner asks Grandma Chan, Where do you feel unwell?
婆婆啊，你見邊度唔舒服啊？
Grandma Chan replies, I always feel dizzy after walking a few steps. I'm not sure if I am too weak. Maybe I should buy some ginseng and dried seafood to help improving my health. Could you please help me to use my vouchers for buying these stuffs?
我見到行下就頭暈咯，可能身體咧就弱啊，所以咧買啲參茸海味咧就補補佢。不如你用咧我啲醫療券同我買啲參茸海味補補佢啊。
The agent adds, Right. You still have a lot of unspent vouchers. You can buy whatever you want. Yes.
啱啊，婆婆，你仲有咁多醫療券未用，你中意用嚟買乜都得啦。
係咯。
Chinese medicine practitioner explains to the agent, Young man, don't you know that healthcare voucher cannot be used for purchasing products?
後生仔，乜你唔知道醫療券係唔可以要嚟買嘢嘅咩？
With a confused facial expression, healthcare voucher agent asks the Chinese medicine practitioner, Elderly persons are given the liberty to use their vouchers according to their will, aren't they?
吓，乜長者唔係中意點用都得嘅咩？
Chinese medicine practitioner frowns and says, Definitely not. As the name implies, healthcare voucher should be used for healthcare services. They cannot be used solely for purchasing products. There are rules for using vouchers. Even if a patient requests medicines according to previous prescription, we will have to exercise professional judgment and examine the patient's health needs.
梗係唔係啦，顧名思義，醫療券咧就用喺醫療服務上邊嘅，係唔可以純粹咁要嚟買嘢㗎。使用醫療券咧係要有規有矩嘅，就算係配翻藥物，都要經過醫生嘅專業判斷病人嘅健康需要先至得㗎。
Grandma Chan then asks, Then how about you help redeeming my vouchers for cash so that I can buy dried seafood with cash?
咁啊，咁一於呢，你就將我啲醫療券折現啦，我等一陣呢就用現金去買海味咯。
Chinese medicine practitioner firmly replied, Of course not. Healthcare voucher cannot be redeemed for cash. I cannot help you.
梗係唔得啦！醫療券咧係唔可以兌換任何現金噶，我幫你唔到啦。
The agent then asks, How about doing me a favor? An elderly member in my family passed away recently. He still has unspent vouchers. Let me use it up on behalf of him. Here is his identity card.
咁不如你幫我一個忙啦。我屋企之前有位長者過咗身，佢有啲醫療券都未用晒，不如我幫佢用咗佢啦。佢張身份證喺度。
Healthcare voucher agent is going to take out an identity card from his pocket. Chinese medicine practitioner slams the table and says seriously, No, you definitely can't. Healthcare voucher can only be used by the eligible elderly person. Even family members cannot use them on their behalf.
梗係唔得啦！醫療券咧只可以俾合資格嘅長者本人使用，就算屋企人都唔可以攞嚟用啊！
The agent suddenly waves his hand to the hidden camera to signal the production crew to get into the Chinese medicine shop. The agent explains to the Chinese medicine practitioner, Wow, sir, you are very upright. Actually, I am Nick from All About Healthcare Voucher. Congratulations, you have successfully passed our 3 tests. Bravo!
哇！醫師你真係好正氣啊！其實我係醫療券全攻略嘅 Nick， 恭喜晒你！你已經成功通過晒我哋嘅3項測試，好犀利！
The agent and Grandma Chan claps for the Chinese medicine practitioner, who just realizes what happened. The next shot shows the agent, Grandma Chan, and the Chinese medicine practitioner standing in front of a door with the logo of Healthcare Voucher Scheme. The agent says to the camera, Thank you, our Chinese medicine practitioner today, Mr. Leung, for setting a perfect example of a role model. Keep in mind that everyone must strictly follow the rules. Otherwise, the voucher claims will not be reimbursed by the government. The government may also delist the service providers concerned from the scheme and may even refer the case to the police for follow-up. Let's take note of it.
今日好多謝梁醫師為我哋做咗個好榜樣。記住，人人都要跟足規矩㗎。如果唔係，有關嘅醫療券申報將會不獲政府發還款項，而政府亦有可能會取消有關服務提供者參與計劃嘅資格，甚至乎會將個案轉介警方跟進添。大家記住啦。
Cut back to the television studio. Host April says, Mr. Leung is indeed righteous and familiar with the rules of the healthcare voucher scheme. If you come across any suspected improper use of healthcare voucher or you wish to make a complaint, please mark down the details and relevant information, for example, date, time, place, and course of incident, as well as the name of service provider concerned, and properly keep records, for instance, the receipt and the notice on use of healthcare voucher, to facilitate follow-up by the Department of Health. For any inquiries, please call 2838-2311.
梁醫師果然正氣，又熟知醫療券計劃嘅規則。如果大家見到懷疑不當使用醫療券嘅情況，或者想作出投訴，可以將事發嘅始末同重點記低，例如時間、地點、過程同提供服務者個名，仲要保存好記錄，例如收據同醫療券使用記錄，方便衛生署跟進。仲有疑惑嘅，可以打2838-2311查詢。
Superscripts show, in case of suspected improper use of healthcare voucher or wishing to make a complaint, please mark down date and time, place of incident, course of incident, name of healthcare service provider. The next superscript shows Scheme Hotline 2838-2311. Host Mike continues to say, Let me summarize the tips on using healthcare voucher wisely. Firstly, if a voucher account is already created, you can check voucher balance via internet or hotline before using vouchers. Secondly, ask about the details of service charges. You must clearly understand and agree to the charges before accepting the service. Thirdly, after receiving the service and before signing the consent form, you have to check the information and leave a contact number. Fourthly, you can ask relatives and friends for help when necessary, such as assist in checking voucher balance or accompany you when seeking medical consultations.
咁等我總結一下長者點樣可以精明使用醫療券嘅貼士啦。第一，如果已經開咗醫療券戶口嘅話，使用醫療券前係可以先喺網上或者用電話查詢醫療券嘅餘額。第二，一定要問清楚有關服務嘅收費詳情，要清楚明白並且同意先去接受服務。第三，接受完服務簽署同意書之前，要核對資料並且留低聯絡電話。第四，有需要嘅話可以請親友幫忙，例如協助查詢醫療券嘅餘額同埋陪你一齊到診。
Superscripts flash one by one. Tips 1. Check voucher balance before using vouchers. 2. Ask about the details of service and charges. 3. Check information on consent form before signing it. 4. Ask relatives and friends for assistance and company if necessary. They end the show saying, "Hope all elderly persons will keep in mind the above tips. Make good use of healthcare voucher to keep yourself healthy." Thank you for watching All About Healthcare Voucher. Goodbye.
希望各位老友記都緊記以上貼士。
善用醫療券，保持身心康泰。多謝收睇醫療券全攻略，拜拜。
The last scene shows the logos of the Healthcare Voucher Scheme and the Department of Health with the following superscript. Website www.hcv.gov.hk. Hotline 2838 2311.